Joining us more to discuss the state of Puerto Rico's tourism, the impact of ongoing recovery efforts from past hurricanes, and what travelers should know is Brian Kelly. He is the founder of The Point Sky and a trusted voice in the travel industry. Brian, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So what would you say makes Puerto Rico a standout, a must-see destination for so many travelers, especially for those looking for a Caribbean getaway?
Yeah, Puerto Rico has something for everyone. I'm personally a luxury traveler, and what I love is that you can fly nonstop from the US. JetBlue just announced they now fly daily with their lie flat Mint service. So you can fly in a lie flat seat in business class, and you don't need a passport to go. So whether you're a family, luxury traveler, there's so much adventure to do on the island with bioluminescent bays. You really have something for everyone, and the convenience and ease cannot be underestimated.
And Puerto Rico also has so much diversity, from a vibrant city life in San Juan to the natural beauty of El Yanque, and so many remote beaches. So what are some of your favorite spots that really showcase the island's range of attractions?
Yeah, so not only are there beautiful beaches, but there's a lot of cultural heritage. There's an amazing food scene. And Puerto Rico is what you want it to be. If you want to go to the casino and have a night out dancing in Old San Juan, you can do that. You can lounge by the pool, and it's really safe as well. So I think for Americans looking for a sure bet of a vacation, you want to go out a little bit, but you want to be able to relax. And also for LGBTQ people, Puerto Rico, in my opinion, is the safest and most inclusive island in the Caribbean, which does matter for a lot of people.
And I have to say, I do love how Puerto Rico has been just so resilient, especially from past hurricanes that we've seen. I think the last one that was very devastating, not saying that they all aren't, but Hurricane Maria, I mean, there was just reports out that the region is still recovering from that hurricane. However, the community has really come together, and despite this, people still see Puerto Rico as an ideal travel destination. Can you talk to me more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I went to Puerto Rico 90 days after Hurricane Maria, and of course, the news reports were all about the devastation. But on the ground, Puerto Ricans are resilient. Tourism was open, just weeks after Maria, and tourism is what has driven the recovery on that island. So when you think about giving your tourism dollars, giving it to Puerto Rico, helping them rebuild that infrastructure, supporting those local businesses. And I will say the silver lining of the destruction that happened to so many hotels or that they had complete renovations. So many hotels across the island are now beautifully redone. And like I said, you get that really upscale experience. There's so many new hotels that have opened. So if you haven't given Puerto Rico a try in a while, I highly recommend it. I'll be going back there this coming fall.
But also tourism and hospitality, the industry there is hugely important to the broader economy as it continues to recover from hurricane seasons.
Absolutely. Yeah, like I said, supporting local businesses is an act of good in itself. So yes, you can go out dancing in Old San Juan, but you're supporting locals who can then support their families. Those tax dollars go directly into schools. So I always tell people, if you want to help out an island, it is now fully safe to go there. The cell networks are back up and running. You're not going to experience power outages, but you just visiting the island is an act of good, in my opinion, in helping that recovery.
And I do have to point out that what I love about Puerto Rico personally is the fact that you don't necessarily need a passport. I mean, it's within the US, it's easy to get to. I mean, and there's so many amazing destinations in Puerto Rico and all the amazing flavors.
Absolutely. I highly recommend. So, San Juan and the surrounding beaches. I love Dorado Beach is stunning, Bahia Beach, but also on the west coast of the island, you can go surfing. And then there's also, little islands off the coast, and it's completely safe to travel around Puerto Rico. So go get a flavor of the island. Don't just go to San Juan.
And last question here, because we have about 60 seconds left, but for travelers interested in ecotourism and sustainable travel, how does Puerto Rico support these initiatives, and what are some eco-friendly activities to explore?
Absolutely. Well, you mentioned El Yunque National Rainforest is absolutely beautiful. That did get hit by Maria, but we are back and in business. But also, there are bioluminescent bays. I did that on one of my visits several years ago, and it's incredible. At night, you can go out, take your family in a kayak on a bay, and it glows blue from the organisms in the water. And the island has committed to sustainable tourism. So the numbers are up through the roof, but you're not going to feel the overcrowding or like you see in a lot of Caribbean ports where everything is concentrated in this one city center. Puerto Rico, the tourism activity is spread across the island. So I cannot recommend again, go out and explore the island. There's so much to see.
Well, I definitely have to say after this interview, I definitely want to get on a plane and go to Puerto Rico. So maybe it'll make my Christmas wish list this year. But as always, Brian, thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure having you on the show this morning.
Thanks for having me. Safe travels.